Hi guys, it's the Sluicer here. Welcome to the only video. Today we're up in this gully, mining out this hole. So we're up here and we've calculated that this entire bend through here, all where these rocks are, all through here, just the whole thing, it's 10 or 15 colours a pan, very good per pan, decent bits too, and just specifically in here seem to be the very best, not at the very start, but towards the start of the bend. So we're up here cleaning the rest of this hole out. I mined a little bit more earlier, scattered it out, probably got like, what, a half gram for a bucket and a half worth, which is very, very good. And yeah, we're going to clean this out a bit more. Got the sluice going, had a bucket through there so far. Water's a bit dirty, but you might be able to see there's gold, gold. Can't see too much, because another 2 bits there, but over there's a fair bit in there. You can't see too much as the water's quite grey and there's quite a lot of other stuff in there, but definitely a solid amount of colour. So we're going to clean that out. Sun's shining, beautiful day, but sadly we're down in this gully, so only getting a little bit of it, but it's totally worth it because we're on the gold. We'll get back to you. Just powered through 2 buckets in 20 minutes. He wants to head back early today, sadly, but hopefully we'll get a couple more in. Just moved that huge rock out of the hole. Got to be one of the biggest rocks we've seen around here. You get massive clay boulders, but you don't see many big rocks. Really, like that's as big as you consistently see. So that's a pretty bloody big one to move out, which is nice. Heaps of gold showing in the sluice. Going good. So we've just powered through and done 4 buckets. But a bit of a technical difficulty. The shovel broke, snapped. It turned out we thought it was steel handle, bamboo handle. Snapped in. Half of it. That's half of it, and that's the other half. Snapped because there was a log in the hole. But I forgot to actually show the clean out, and I've sucked about half, 2/3 of it up. But that's probably about 1/3 of the clean up there. It's pretty solid there. That's a big bit. It's a solid, nice picker there. And yeah, quite a bit of gold. I reckon probably a 3/4 of a gram for 4 buckets, but it only took us about an hour to dig at most. And just clean that all out really quickly. So it's a very solid hole. We'll get back to that. Now this one had a huge crack in it. So I levered out this rock. And look at all that material just sitting in the crack there. So that stuff stuck to the side. So I'm going to quickly clean it out and we'll see if we have any gold. It's probably hit or miss, or whether it be heaps or nothing. But we'll see how we go. I'm pretty sure that's at least the sides of that crack cleaned out. It seems to go deeper. There seems to be more rocks in there. So it'll be a bit much to dig out to the bedrock, but I've got all that stuff stuck to the clay, and we'll see if we've got anything, eh? Wasn't anything crazy, but there was quite a bit of gold in that. If you can see all those little bits up there. Well, there's probably a dozen or so small flakes. So not too bad for the amount of material that's in there. But of course now I've got the side stuff off, doubt it'll be any better. Although you never know, it could be coming off that material at the bottom. Okay, so we're back digging the hole. Yesterday we did a few buckets, got a solid hole out of that. Mining it all out. It's all really compact clay all through here. Not the clay layer, but all clay and mud stuff. It's consistent, not except for the top material. It's consistently getting a nice handful of flakes every pan, which is solid. on the surface, but then it just gets a bit weaker as we get deeper. And even though we're up in this gorge, there's still haven't hit the bottom bedrock layer yet, which is quite surprising. But we're just cleaning that out. Put, I think, 3 buckets in. That's either the 4th. We're probably going to do about 10 buckets. And then down here, I've just got this hole. I've got a little clip. And me cleaning out this top stuff. There's a bit of colour. But the clay, I thought these were just 2 clay rocks, but they've actually all formed a big clay crevice in there, which is solid. It's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. You can see it already, actually. There was nice colour every pan, getting it out of the crevice sucker, and then I decided I'd scoop some out with my hands. And in that pan, no fine bits, but a nice picker. Solid picker there. Not huge picker. It's quite flat, so probably only weigh like 0.04ish, probably, I reckon. But that's still a nice solid piece coming out of that hole. So I might clean a bit more of this out. Ideally help with classifying and digging, but he's determined I need to do so many buckets today, so I might as well make him work for them, you know. I have done a few as well, actually. But yeah, that's our hole. There's also a spot downstream we're going to mine out. Second spot. Just give you guys a quick look. It's just around the bend here. Oh, it's a wee ways down actually, but not much. We come down to here. Just here, we're considering, we've done some test pans out of that bend. We're considering cleaning all that out as well for you. But probably don't really have the time as we've just got the afternoon. But I'll definitely do a few pans out of there, get a good idea of how good it is. And then if we don't mine it out, we'll come back next time and clean that all out. But yeah, we'll catch you once we're getting a bit more gold. We're just finishing our hole now, did another quick 5 buckets. We filled some of it back in, so it's not quite as deep as it was. But we've calculated, really, I did some test pans on the surface stuff. And it was a good 15, 20 little flakes every pan, occasionally bigger bits. And then I dug down into that clay material that we're digging in the hole. It's still got stuff in it, and what, 1 or 2 little flakes at most, not particularly much. I've also down there, that crevice, it turns out it wasn't a crevice where I got that picker. It was just below the big rocks, river material, and it's also really good down there. So we'll clean that out in future. This is from the 5 buckets this morning. We also have all that 5 bucket gold from yesterday. That's probably like a good solid, I'd say, gram. If not more. That's quite a bit of gold there. That is also the stuff from crevicing, etc. So add that up between yesterday and this is probably what, 1.5 grammer, 2 gram hole. So, and then if you include the stuff I did before that when I first got to the spot, maybe even 2.5. So pretty solid spot. There's a little spot downstream I just showed you. We'll do a few pans from there, test it out for next time. But outside of that, we'll see you in the next one.